Okay, I think I'm all set up here. I don't know if the audio is working or not. Hopefully it is. Just wait a few minutes and see if anybody started watching this thing. I am going to Ricing KDE tonight if I can. I don't know how well it'll work without being able to log out and log back in for some parts of it. I know some things you have to do in order to get things to take effect. You have to log out, and I obviously can't do that while I'm streaming, so we'll see how this works out. I have gone through and figured out what I'm going to rice it as, so I don't have to sit here for an hour just trying to figure out what color scheme or theme I'm going to use, so that should be a good thing. Won't quite be as much of a waste of time as when I was trying to rice. What was I ricing last time? Awesome? Yeah. Trying to go through and rice awesome when I didn't know anything about awesome was not a good idea. Oh, okay. No, I'm just going to give it a few more minutes. See if we can gather at least a couple people as an audience here. So I'm just not talking to myself like a douchebag. I wonder why YouTube feels the necessity to email you letting you know that you are live. Like, I'm pretty sure I already know that. At least I guess then if somebody else went live on your channel, then you would know if you were checking your email. These are the things that go on in my head. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started here very soon. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so this is KDE, obviously. And this is just what KDE looks like when you download it from the Arch repositories. I've done absolutely nothing. Hi, Pedro. How you doing? The only thing I've done is edit a couple settings. I'm not actually sure. The only settings I've changed are the follow mouse thing here and the center here. And then I've changed the compositor to hopefully get rid of the screen tearing, which is for whatever reason still a thing on Linux. I'm not sure why. I'm not been using Linux now for 4 years, and the screen tearing is still, a thing. It seems to be okay this time. Maybe it's just me. I can see it. Earlier, the panels were blinking on and off, and I'm not exactly sure why that was either. So, something to do with with KWin, I'm sure. Anyways, I can minimize that. So let's take a look and see what I'm going to be doing tonight. This is I think it's on this one here. So yeah, this is the rice that I'm going to try to emulate. So this is the I can't seem to get my act together and actually use Xmonad, so I'm going to make KDE look like Xmonad. That's going to be a thing. I doubt excuse me. I doubt very much that at the end of the stream I have anything that looks anywhere remotely to what this looks like. But we'll see. That should be, it should be fun. I do have the a kind of a, at least a guide of some sort, because it says here what the themes are and the icons are and stuff. And I might try to get Cronkite working. I don't know yet. We'll see if I have time for that. Has the widgets and the notifications and stuff, so we'll see. Now, I haven't actually gone through and ever used Kvantum before, so outside of like the one video that I made about it, so I have no clue if I'm going to even close to knowing how to do that. I guess we'll see. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is go up here to Appearance, and we'll see what those themes were that I needed. It said the Aunt Dracula KDE theme for KDE and GTK. So go back here. I do have a key binding for switching workspaces, but I'm trying to avoid them because they're the same key bindings that OBS uses right now, so that'd be a pain in the tuchus. Alright. Let's see here. I did notice all the KDE websites are running really slow, so I'm hoping to avoid those as much as possible. I'm hoping the back end I think that's what it said it was. Yeah. This should be interesting. See if it installs. I'll be completely honest. I haven't themed KDE in almost 2 years since I switched to window managers. I haven't hardly ever used KDE except for like a few times. So we'll I'm going to be showing my noobness again tonight, but what else is new? Yeah, this is what I was talking about. I would notice it was running really slow. Like the rest of my internet is not running slow, so this is just the KDE stuff. I don't know what's going on there. It had to be tonight that the stuff decided to run slow. No, this is on Metal, Luke. Yeah, this is just on my main machine, so I don't know what's going on. So installation failed. That is not a error that is at all helpful, KDE. Like, at least tell me what was wrong with it. Why? What went wrong? We'll try again. It's not gonna work. Error transferring. That again, server replied internal server error. Okay, like I said, KDE stuff is having problems. Which is gonna be hilarious because I have a lot of stuff I need to download. We'll try again. It's gonna fail again though, almost guaranteed. The Cronkite thing is installed through KWin scripts. Pedro. I've never done it before either, so I don't know if... Okay, this is, like I said, this is going to fail again. In which case, we'll have to go through and do it the old-fashioned way. I think you can go through and install a theme from a file. You used to be able to. Man, I don't see an option to do that. An error occurred. Okay. Well, close that and close that. We'll see if we can download this. See, the store here is going slow. Like everything else is running perfectly fine. So like, yeah, see, that came right up. I don't even need to run the test to know. I had to choose this night to be this way. Oh well. We'll keep trying. We're just spinning. It's well, this is highly entertaining television, or YouTube, watching the internet spin. Unfortunately, I don't have an alternative plan for the stream. I could just sit here and talk about other things, I suppose. I could open up a VM and talk about a distro or something, I guess. I don't know. It would seem like false advertising, but there's not much I can do. If I can't download the themes that I was going to use... Oh, hold on a second. That finally just... I mean, look at that. It looks like... I mean, it looks like I'm on dial-up. That's horrendous. And it's not that I'm streaming either, because it was doing it before the stream. Because I was going to go through and have all this stuff downloaded. Now, I didn't try the settings. So... let's try again. Oh, I guess if we have to, we'll just use one of the ones here that hey, you wanna know? I wonder. Do you think... where is PAMAC when you need it? Do you think I could install the Ant KDE theme? Ant Dracula, I think it's called. Oh, the AUR is failing me. Actually, I don't even know if the AUR is enabled here. That might be why you can't find it. So close this. Give it a try again. So that's the GTK theme. We'll see if the AUR saves the stream. That'd be funny if it did. We might try installing Cronkite. I don't know. We'll see. If I can't get the themes to work, then I'll focus on that. Not that downloading a KWin script will probably be any more successful than downloading a theme. We'll see. This doesn't seem... It seems to be building okay. This is why I don't use PAMAC. Okay, well, let's go ahead and close this and see if it's there now. Workspace. Oh, hold on a second. Dracula. It's not Ant Dracula, though, but it's close. Ha! Ha! It works. Okay, that was good. Close this and see if it actually... Is that really what that's supposed to look like? It shows... What about the files? Did files at least change? No. You know, I bet you that's because in order to get that to actually appear, you have to log out and log back in. That's annoying. What is this, Windows? I mean, seriously, it's like having to restart your computer after installing an update. KDE, you are disappointing me. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and install some Latte Dock. Here we go. I think I have to have the Git version. Alright, so what we're going to do now is Google to find out how you can reset a KDE theme without logging out. I wonder if I actually use this, if it's going to kill the stream too. I'm gonna I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna be very brave because I'm gonna try that. So this was done, which is good. So I think I can close this. Actually, before I close that, I need to install KWin. Maybe that's not how you spell it. There we go. Yeah. Oh, it's already installed. I bet you it is, because yeah. No, actually it's not. And yes, even Discover, see, look at this. Even Discover is down. I think it just refreshes the desktop, though. It doesn't refresh the theme. Like, it might redo the... I'm going to close this, find out. Close this. Okay. Refresh desktop. Yeah, it didn't work. Okay, well, you want to know what? I'm going to test this. If I lose the stream, I will try to start it back up. This is going to be... It looks really nice, though, doesn't it? That's a good theme. Dracula's always been a good color scheme. Focus follows mouse is not working. But we're going to... So I think this is the one that it says to use. You know, because copying and pasting stuff you find on Stack Exchange right into your terminal, always a fantastic idea. I mean, there's never in the history of the world has that ever gone wrong. Sometimes Plasma Shell is not responding to this, fails after a timeout. You have to get it back to kill all. So in a nutshell, I would do... Do I roll? Yeah, this is gonna be a disaster, but we're gonna try it anyways. Well, the stream looks like it's still going. Let's look and see if my settings dialog, it still looks the same. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to look. But we know the dolphin, yeah, that was completely pointless. Oh. Alright, so that didn't do jack squat. So theming plasma on a stream, obviously not a very good idea. I mean, if it just maintains the old stream and you can't log out and log back in order to show it. All right, script. We're gonna do the thing. Let's see here. So, window management, KWin scripts, get new scripts. What was that called? I forget. Also, what are you doing? Close that. What was that called? It was down. Actually, I'm going to have to go back. Go here. Search for that. See if this is going to install. I bet you it won't install. Yeah. Yep, that sucks. So we're gonna try to. We'll just try to use Cronkite because I've never done that before. That'll be a good experience, and then maybe sometime download this. So that download, did it download? It did. Okay, now I'm gonna have to go get the instructions. So it is reported that a manual step is required to enable user configuration of KWin scripts. This is a limitation of KWin scripting. To enable configuration, you must perform the following in the command line. Okay. Alright. But yeah, alright, so it needs the settings button. That's what it's talking about. Okay, so we need to open up console here. Yes, I'm using console because, you know, you can't use KDE with another terminal. How would you know what it was called without the K in it? Okay. And again, copying stuff from the internet that you don't know anything about is exactly the way you're supposed to use the computer. Okay, so that should put a settings icon here, but probably will have to close this and start it back up. This is Arco Linux. So basically, you know, I want to piss off some Arch people. Just say, oh, it's basically Arch Linux. It's like, no, it's not. Okay, so where we were here. Oops, wrong one. KWin scripts. Yep, here we go. So we can enable this, and then it should give us some settings here. And let's see here. So this is like basically some rules for like floating and stuff. The geometry for screen gaps. We'll just add some screen gaps to the sides and the bottoms and the middle, because window managers aren't proper without screen gaps. And then layout. Use separate layouts for each activity. So that's going to be like the per tag. This is going to be like the per tag thing for DWM. Use separate layout for each desktop. I don't use KDE often enough to know the difference between an activity and a desktop. Does anybody actually use activities in KDE? I mean, I'm just thoroughly curious about that. Like, I feel like I'd never done that before. Tile layout, monocle layout. So these are all the layouts that you can have. Okay, so we're gonna hit OK, and we're gonna hit apply. So we have now thoroughly. We have tiling, so what I should be able to do is open up a terminal here and open up a terminal here. Haha, look at that, that's awesome. It's like I'm back in a window manager. That was astonishingly easy. I have not used Mate in forever. That's maybe a good idea. Hopefully I have a better luck of Ricing Mate than I did KDE, because this has been a complete and utter disaster. Not really my fault, but what can you do? So let's I think now that I have Latte Dock, I can actually go through and we can try to do some more theming, because while it won't look very good at the end, because I won't be able to go through and show you what like the windows are supposed to look like, I should be able to at least do the Latte Dock stuff. So let's minimize that. We have Cronkite installed. That was actually something that was that was like really seriously easy. I thought that Cronkite thing would like take an hour to do, but it did not. So that was really good. All right, so let's see here. Go back here and download this. I don't understand why the KDE store just doesn't give you a download all option. Would that be really all that hard? I'm just going to download all of it, because that's what makes more sense, I guess. Okay, so we've been downloaded. Alright, so go back here. Alright, let's see here. So we can go through. I'm very hesitant to go through and delete my panel, but I'm going to do it anyways. Because that's always a good idea. Well, let's see here. Exit edit mode. Okay. I don't think you want to see me erase anything based on Fluxbox, because I didn't really care for Fluxbox all that much. I did try it for a little while. Now, I liked that FVWM thing that I just reviewed for Arco. That was actually kind of cool, but I think I was attached to that because of the way you could set up like a bajillion workspaces, and I have a thing for workspaces. Okay. Waiting for Latte Dock to open up. Here we go. We got Latte Dock down here. Woo! Alright. Now, the next thing, let's see here. Configure Latte. I don't... Layouts editor? Is that the thing you needed to do? New. Import, maybe. Downloads? Do I need to... I wonder if I need to extract those things. Yeah, I'm gonna have to extract them. Okay. And this makes it really, really hard to see. Let's see here. Downloads. I can't hardly see that. We're gonna extract this here. Does Dolphin not have... Oh, here it is right here. Here we go. Okay. So let's see if I can get back to the right. Here we go. At least I was good enough to actually go through and set up those key bindings beforehand. Otherwise, I would have not been able to do that without the pager. Import. Downloads. Here we go, right here. Import. Yes. Apply. switch. Okay, and oh. Okay, so that got really small over there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's kind of cool. When I last used KDE full time, Latte Dock was still in like beta software, and it didn't have any of these things. We can delete that. I think I can just... I think I can just unpin launcher, a kingdom for a keyboard shortcut. Okay. So, yeah, that's really cool. Alright. We can close this now. Now, actually what I want to do here is Aunt Dracula. There was like a Phantom theme for Aunt Dracula. I'm going to install that from here because the KDE stuff is going so slow. There are a ton of different themes that look really cool. There's a reason why KDE is probably the most popular thing on unixporn. My goal tonight was to write something that didn't look like macOS. That was my goal. And I'm hoping that I can, you know, follow through with that. Now, let's see here. What was I looking for? Oh, Phantom. Okay, here we go. So you should be able to go through and there should be a Dracula. There's a ton of stuff that comes pre-installed with, isn't it? I don't know which one of these will do better, but we're going to try this one here. Use this theme. Okay. Let's see here. Let's try one of the other ones. See what the difference is. So that was purple solid. This is purple. Oh, this that has some blur to it. Cool. I don't know if I want blur all over the place. Dracula solid. Use this theme. Okay, so I don't know what the difference between those two were. We're going to use this one here with blur because blur is the thing. Okay, so there's the Phantom theme. Let's see if we can configure Latte to make that a little bit bigger. I don't actually remember how to go through and edit Latte Dock, but we're going to find out. Layouts? No. So there used to be like a edit dock. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's what I want. We need to be a little bit bigger. Appearance. Absolute size. Whoa, that's way too big. Yeah, that's better. Right there. Okay, good. We don't need to zoom on hover. That's bloat. Okay. That's really cool. That is actually really cool. Now I need to work on widgets. Because there's widgets that go up here. The one that I was going to use, where's my picture of the thing that I was going to do? I think it was this. Close that. This is what it was going to look like at the end. So I'm obviously need to do the icons still, and I need to go through and configure this bar up here, because my bar doesn't look anything like that right now. But I'm closer than I thought I was going to be when I first started, and especially considering the fact that I haven't been able to download the themes and get the themes to actually go through and properly show up like I was hoping. Actually, we're not. With the KWin thing, look, the theme changed over. So here's a question for you. Why doesn't KDE just use KWin for its theming like by default? Why is it an extra thing? I mean, I suppose it doesn't really need all that extra functionality if you're just going to change a theme, but it'd be kind of cool. I mean, that and the KDE settings stuff is already so complicated. Adding even more on top of that probably is not a good idea, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so the widgets that I need are right here. So we need Launchpad Plasma, Virtual Desktop Bar, Application Title, Global Menu. This is left to right. Okay. So what's weird is when I'm... See, this panel up here is supposed to... We need to change the desktop icon. See, if we change back to the other desktop, the bar up here changes. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see that or not. So the bar is supposed to be floating all the time and have these rounded corners, and you can see that when the desktop's empty. When I have something on the desktop, the bar goes all the way across. Now, I'm wondering if that's because... Let's close this and minimize this. Yeah, I bet you that's because of... if I go through and make this floating... Yeah, that's because of that Cronkite. Let's disable that for now. Promise I don't know any of these. The question is, why are these... Oh, that's because that's a widget, not a launcher. We can disable this and apply, that way the bar stays. We'll see if that actually... Yeah, see, when something's full screen, it goes all the way across. So I'm assuming that's just a... I'm guessing that it's supposed to do that. Okay. So I might re-enable Cronkite later. I don't know. We'll close this for now. Let's go through and add widgets. So we need to install some widgets. Where's the... Get new widgets. Download Plasma widgets. Okay. Alright, so we need Launchpad Plasma. See if it's going to actually let me go through and install that. It did. Good. Awesome. Alright, Virtual Desktop Bar. Alright. So we're going to want the most recent version, I'm guessing. Okay. See if that will install. I'm going into this thinking that nothing is going to install, so something can, surprise me. This one's not gonna install. Oh boy. Well, this has been a bum of a stream for the most part, I will say. Well, while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna go find a wallpaper. I mean, it would make sense to have a purple one. Can you search by just purple? Yeah. Some of those are really purple. I don't think I'm going to go anime this time. Hey, look, it's Hex DSL's thing. I'm not using the Lakers one. Nope. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's nice. We'll save that. We're going to actually just save that to pictures, I think. I suppose we can save it to walls. Why not? I'm going to name it Dracula so I can actually find it. Not that I probably spelled that right. Peter, that wasn't nice. The step-by-step guide to Ricing a Linux so depends on which desktop environment and window manager you're using. And this is seriously the entire story of this stream right here, right here. We will not install this because complete and utter fail. No. Step 3 has to be unixporn. Let's see here. So, I mean, there's no sense, really no sense in even trying to install. Well, we could try an older version. Maybe that'll work. It's not gonna work. Guaranteed. I have to say, I'm finding this very frustrating. And Peter, you're not missing anything other than sitting and spinning because the KDE stuff is all down. I've gotten around some of it by using the AUR, but I don't think that there's... I doubt very much you can get the KDE widgets from the AUR. I mean, I suppose I could, you know... Virtual desktop bar from... I mean, the AUR is going to fail me here. I just know it is. There's no way this stuff is packaged for the AUR. What was that called? I forgot. Virtual desktop bar. Holy crap, it is. I love the AUR so much. Seriously. That's just spectacular. I don't know if this is actually work, but we're going to find out. See if this actually goes through and, you know. KDE is bloated. Well, I mean, true, but not as bloated as GNOME. I have to say, I mean, It makes you think that it's my internet running slow, but it really isn't, I promise. Maybe just the internet is broken today or something. Still surprised that this was packaged for the AUR. Oh, I know, Peter. I just like messing with GNOME because it's a thing you do. Alright, this is fascinating. I'm just so happy right now. Nothing ever works. Like, hey, man, you know what would be a good idea? Ricing KDE live on a stream. That's because it's going to be really easy. You've done it before. There's, nothing could possibly go wrong. I should have known. It shouldn't take that long to clone something. Oh, I bet you it's because it's having the same problem it was having with the official thing. Well, damn. At least that Cronkite thing could have done was take a little bit of time so I could actually have something to do. But it didn't. Yeah, we know. You failed. Because that's what you do, is you completely fail. Let's see if I can install one of the other ones. Where was that? So the other one, I have application title already installed. Global menu is already installed. I bet you... Oh, see, that finished. Aha! AUR win. Okay. My speeds are fine, is what I'm saying. Is that it's not the internet. Like, I can show you speedtest.net. It came right up. In fact, I think I actually still have it open. Like, it'll take a while to figure out which server it's going to use, but then it should just go. Watch it prove me wrong. Yeah, even the latency is just perfectly fine. Yeah. I mean, that's a little slower than what it normally is. Like, usually get around 100, but it's running fine. Pay for 100, get 80. That's how you know you get WoW service. I mean, crappy upload speeds, but that's just the way it always is. I've never gotten over 10. Okay, so now that I've proven it's not my internet. Okay, we got that installed. We'll leave PAMAC open just in case I can't install one of the other ones. And what was the other one that I had to install? Was Weather Report. I think. Yeah. I don't know why I'm even bothering trying to install it here. It's not even going to show up. Weather Report actually might already be installed. I'll have to take a look. Better inline clock. Here we go. See if that's going to install. It did. Good. I wonder why some of them will, some of them won't. Hey, you want to? I wonder if it's because. Do you think it's because GitHub's having a problem? I wonder if GitHub's having a problem. No, GitHub's coming up fine too. Weird. So it can't be a GitHub problem either. Because a lot of this stuff is sourced from GitHub, I think. Alright, so let's see here. Latte sidebar. And I'm skipping around. That one installed fine. Okay. I already have system tray, audio volume there's, networks is there, Latte separator. That one installed okay, good. And Latte spacer. And that one installed okay. So I think that's all the ones that I had to install extra. Widgets using sidebar, I don't even know if I'll get to that. We'll see. We'll close that. So let's go back here. Yeah, my DWM stuff's all on GitHub. The Ricers thing is basically up to date too. Yeah, Peter, I was trying to install stuff from, the official sources, but it wouldn't. So the AUR had to save me. Okay, so let's go through and edit doc maybe. Alright, so the application title or the application global menu is actually here. Here we go, right here. Okay, I don't know why you need that and add widgets. So the one I was looking for is bar maybe, activity bar, global menu bar, Latte virtual desktop bar up here. Okay, cool. Even if you probably will want to make those things icons instead of text. Okay, what was so Launchpad Plasma? So we need to Launchpad Plasma right up here. And that should give me okay. Yeah, okay, good. Cool. Alright, obviously we'll want to rename the desktops to actually have icons, but that should be fun. Actually making it farther along than I thought I was going to, so that's not, let's go through and change the icons before I finish this, because these icons are... Is this like Numix Circle or something? Okay, let's see. Back here. Appearance. Icons. Get new icons. I think they're called neons or something, right? You're supposed to be showing a preview so that I actually know what these look like. I don't think that... What did it say the icons were actually called? The icons were called candy icons. That's what they were called. Okay. Alright. So I wouldn't even have installed the right thing. Come on, show me the preview. I need to know what did it actually look like. For everyone who's watching this slow ass internet, I salute you. Thank you for that. Thank you everybody for watching. That was completely useless. There's no way that's the right one. Here they are right here. Candy icons. Alright. Well, you're welcome, my child. I'd like to say that I was doing some good, but the slow ass, not, installing things stuff from the official places is truly bothering me. This is gonna fail. What do you think? The real question, Peter, is can I play this stream at 2 times the speed? But this just shows you, live TV, you can't change things. This is the way things would happen if I were doing a video, and I'd probably spend like 8 hours doing the video. I'm not spending 8 hours streaming. No. This is not going to install. So we're going to open up PadMac again. I actually did install. It proved my ass wrong. So Candy should be up here some. This is not alphabetical order. Is it? Right here. Okay. So we've changed the icons. That looks quite a bit better. We can get rid of this gigantic thing from the... That can just be go away. Okay, now, let's see here. Configure desktop. Where's that thing? Desktop and wallpaper right here. Okay. Add image. Walls. No. What we wanted to do is go down to the D's. Right here. Open. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know what really goes with the icons, but I like that picture a lot. Yeah, true. That icon pack is big. Let's see. Rename desktop. Rename desktop. Rename desktop. And rename desktop. Okay, cool. I'd probably put like icons there or something if I were going to, because the icons would be cool. I wonder if you even can do that. Let's go find out. Because we have nerd fonts installed. DuckDuckGo is horrible. Just so bad. Just use this one and find out. Yeah, but it's so small. It changed the icon, but it's just really, really small. We'll just go back to www. Probably could change the font size. Configure a virtual desktop bar. Rename as... Well, let's see here. Probably don't do that. Well, this even works on multiple monitors. I'll have to give that a try, because right now I'm only doing this one monitor. Appearance. Go ahead. Sure. Enable animations. I don't really care about those. Spacing between buttons. Desktop labels. Desktop indicators. I wonder if you can hide those. Can you hide that? No, we just leave it there, I guess. Okay, we'll just close that. That's cool. Alright. Okay. So we gotta finish the... see your edit dock. Get rid of some of these things here we don't actually need. Okay, and then we need, let's see here. Add widgets. We need time. We need the time. So better, yep. And that could go up here at the end. Yeah, that's better. And then I look at like a spacer. Latte spacer. Yeah, it gives a little bit of space between them. That's nice. These things can go away. Because apparently Dunst is actually still running in the background. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so let's go back to... which one was it? Oh... here. So this is what it was supposed to look like at the end. And I will admit that I'm closer than I thought I was going to be. Weather report actually did work. That's cool. I don't know why you need the application menu, because I don't really want that up there. Just close that. That's so much better. Yeah, and Dunst to go away. Honestly, kind of shockingly successful. I mean, it's not completely the same because it has, like, the Kvantum theme is different. So if we go up here to this Kvantum and change this here to the solid without the... change that. That's evidently not the right one. This one here? No. Maybe it was the wrong one. Alright, well, I'm not actually sure. One of these should actually be solid. Yeah, that's it. But it's maintaining the transparency of the dock, so I'm not sure which one they used. Honestly, doesn't matter. We'll go ahead and go back to what we were before, which I believe was this one here. Okay. Oh, that's a good point, Peter. I wonder if yeah. I don't... make it a little bit bigger. Edit dock. And appearance. That's obviously way too big. Yeah, okay. Close that, and then And it's still pretty small. I don't want the bar to be any bigger either. Yeah, it turned out maybe I just need to use a different font. I'm pretty sure KDE has an emoji picker. No, KDE doesn't have an emoji picker. It's a little weird. It almost has to be a font issue, Peter. I don't know. Cause I'm using the nerd font thing. I was gonna try to see if I could use like an emoji from Noto, but apparently the font thing you won't actually let you search for specific. Oh, here we go, right here. I don't think that this. I mean, this is gonna be pretty dumb, but yeah, that's bigger. That's way better. Okay. Go back here and see if there's a code, maybe? I don't think that, Noto emoji doesn't actually have that many emojis here. Or at least not nearly as many as I thought that they did. So I'd have to find a different font. Like Font Awesome. I wonder if here we go. The search functionality does not work. So I'm going to have to go through and close that and zoom in so I can actually see the damn things. It doesn't really matter, but it's... I could, you know, there's such a better, easier way to do this. Here we go. And the problem with Font Awesome's website is that they change it all the time. And who the hell knows what version of Font Awesome you have? No one actually knows that. Let's see here. Oh, there we go, right there. That'll work. Rename desktop. Yep. Delete that and this. And that actually went really small. So the only icons that actually showed up as a good size was the Noto emoji. Both Font Awesome and Nerd Fonts showed up as really small. That is very odd. I mean, it's just very weird. Yeah, okay. Well, that was, I mean, stupid, but still. And how else would you have known? So, honestly, I think I'm as close to being done as I'm going to get right now, because I don't think I'm going to go any further than this. Now, let's open up settings again. I think, is this system settings? Yeah. Okay, let's go back to workspace behavior. No, that's the wrong one. Workspace management. KWin scripts. Cronkite, turn that back on. And apply. Yeah. Okay. So, we have tiling back on again. And it actually is going through and showing the bar up here appropriately, not this time, instead of showing it, you know, all the way across the top, which is good. That is really good looking. I'm not sure whether or not, obviously I would need to go through and change these things, so I'm just change that back to www. And this, and change this one back to term so that doesn't look stupid. Yeah, and then let's see, edit dock. We're going to get rid of one of these spacers because I don't need... Can you actually not get rid of one of those spacers? Okay. Now I have a spacer where I don't want it. I don't want this, and messed that up. Normally you can like delete a justify spacer. Close. Yeah, now it's in the center. That's not what I wanted. Alright, edit dock. Alright, come on, get back over here. It really doesn't want to go back over there, does it? It's not even showing the spacer that I moved. Weird. What I wanted to do was have that to not be cut off, but... A little weird. Okay. Oh, well, so what we've managed to accomplish, despite all the difficulties, is I've messed up that top bar, but I'll figure that out later. We got tiling working. We got the theme kind of riced, although the settings for settings app never did take on the theme of the rest of the desktop environment, which is weird. Dolphin did, which is good because that looks really good. I'm always gonna want this to be like floating, so I actually have to go through and make that so that, because you can change the rules of Cronkite. Excuse me. You can change the rules of Cronkite to so that at least some of this stuff is always floating. Where was that? Oh, I always forget. No, I always pick the wrong one. So I'm pretty sure that the system settings would go through and change after I log out and log back in. Why it can possibly just do it, here on the screen, I don't know. But you can, like I said, you can change the rules here. So by floating, so what I need to do here is find the class of dolphin xprop, and the class of dolphin is dolphin. Now, you always check just to make sure. Okay, so now if I close dolphin and start dolphin back up, it should be floating, which it is, even though it is not, actually. I'm assuming it probably does mean 7 gigs of RAM used. Yes, Peter. Yep. But that's because I have like 4 Firefoxes open. I have OBS open. I have a whole bunch of stuff open. So, yeah. That stuff takes up a lot of room. Now, see, if I was going to go through and have Cronkite enabled all the time, I'd have to go through and set the key bindings. And I'm assuming the key bindings are set somewhere else then. So, directional key behaviors. So, does that mean focus next is up and down? Okay, that's not really what I wanted to do, but cool, I guess. adjust layout by resizing windows. That's cool. Only so far. That's exactly like DWM too. In DWM, in some places, it will only go so far. We can close that. Put new window as master, so you actually have to patch things. Okay. Even if that didn't actually go through and work, so... Did you have to apply behavior into new window as master, but it didn't actually go through and work? No, that didn't work. Interesting. So Concrete is something that I'll definitely have to sit down and actually, you know, figure out for a little while. Alright, so I can close this. Alright, so I'm not quite sure what that stream was. Most of that, it felt like an epic fail, but it was actually more successful than I thought it would be once I discovered KDE stuff was having a problem. And I know I didn't stream for as long this week as I did last week, but it wasn't as much of a fail as last week's either, or the week before. So, success. I don't know whether or not even the audio was working, because nobody ever said anything about the audio, so I'm assuming the audio was fine. I guess I will find out when I play the stream back and make sure later. I always do that. So, thanks for everybody for watching. I do plan on streaming every Sunday around this time. I may, if I have requests for it, move the time back or forward a little bit if anybody wants that to happen. Maybe like a midnight my time stream would be more appropriate for some people that are elsewhere in the world. That's something that I can definitely consider. If you want, just leave it in the comments below, because the chat will go away once it's gone. But if you want me to change the time of this, but it'll probably be Sundays for me for the foreseeable future, because it just works better in my schedule. So are you joking, Peter, or are you or are you serious? How would you know? If you can't hear anything, you wouldn't know if I was asking this or not. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know your sense of humor. Anyways, whether you've heard me say anything at all for this stream or not, thank you for watching. I should take a moment to thank our patrons: Devon, Marcus, Meglin, Donnie, Merrick, Camp, Mitchell. Thanks everybody for your support. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on a stream next time and a video tomorrow. See ya. If that's the case, that'd be hilarious.